Hey everyone, Dr. Vince Leone here, and welcome to another training on how to add cash-based cash-based niches into your practice so that you can create more freedom of time, energy, and wealth. And so this is moving into the new era of chiropractic versus the old era. So old era or the old model is the high volume, low fee. I focus on helping doctors do the new era. Low volume, high fee, all cash, where we solve a big problem and we know exactly who our ideal patient is, and then we can reach out to them, offer them an excellent protocol, and help them get the quality of life that they really, really want. Okay, so these patients that are suffering from knee pain or peripheral neuropathy or true disc problems, they just ruin lives, right? These conditions ruin lives, and they're actively seeking solutions. So today is key number 2. So yesterday we talked about key number 1, which is owning your niche, right? So we have owning your niche, honing your protocol, generating consultations, and performing consultations. Those are the 4 keys to building a highly profitable, efficient, and highly effective cash niche in your practice. So if this is something that you're looking to do, or you currently offer one and you're not getting the results, go check out drvinceleone.com. There's a great 25-minute case study. I'm going to go in depth on all of these and really cover the key aspects of how to do this in your practice. A lot of actionable intel, and at the end you'll have an opportunity to set up a call with me if you'd like to, and we can see if it makes sense to work together. So let's dive into this. Key number 2, honing your protocol. This is the most important one, because this is where we have to have a protocol that delivers outstanding clinical results. Okay, because if you don't have a protocol, if you're trying to piece things together, maybe you buy some cheap lights, from Biz Boom or whatever. By the way, $300 for lights is probably you're going to get what you pay for. To be totally honest with you, I don't mean to talk badly about that product, but I just, I've had doctors that have bought those cheap lights before and they did not get good results from it. So yes, they are cheap, but you kind of get what you pay for again. So point being is, you have got to deliver the clinical results. If you don't deliver the clinical results, then you will not be in one of these cash niches very long, because from 2 sides of it. One, patients will talk and people just stop coming in because your reputation will precede you in a negative way. But 2, you won't have the confidence to ask for $3,000 or $5,000 or $8,000 for a care plan. Me personally, I kind of like around the $5,000 to $6,000 range care plan for these niches, but you will not have the confidence to ask for that type of investment from the patient if you are not rock solid on your protocol. So this is what I help doctors with in our training program, Profit Niche. I provide the protocols for spinal decompression and peripheral neuropathy, and this is based on 5 years in a 7-figure practice, treating hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these patients effectively, right? And our care plans were from $6,000 to $10,000. So, asking someone for $5,000, it's not a lot of money to change someone's life. So, and if you are shaky on your protocol, like you don't know how many visits, or do we have this additional therapy? What order do we do the therapies? Do they need additional maintenance afterwards? If you're shaky on these things, what is the price point? What makes sense for your socioeconomics in your city? If you don't have your protocol dialed in, right, you will struggle, period. Right? That's like anything. You don't have the fundamentals. It's like a pro basketball player that does not have his free throw dialed in, right? That's so embarrassing to stand at the free throw, everyone's watching, and you're clanging it off the rim. If you don't have a great honed protocol, you are clanging it off the rim, folks. So you got to have that dialed in. Now, how do you do that? modeling a mentor, right? Don't try to figure this out on your own. Whether it's with myself and Profit Niche or whoever, find a mentor that has already treated hundreds and hundreds of patients with a protocol that works, and then just model that. Okay. If you have to pay for it, pay for it. Yeah, you're going to have to invest. You have to invest in equipment. You're going to have to invest in time, and you're going to have to invest in a protocol so that you can model it. But that is one of the best investments you will ever make, because it will pay dividends for the entirety of your career. Okay, so this is obviously a pretty self-evident one, right? Got to have a solid protocol, but these are the basics. These are the fundamentals. That's why and I've kind of stated that a couple times. These are the fundamentals, right? The next step is like, okay, how do we dial in our marketing? How do we dial in our enrollment process? How do we dial in our staff training? How do we dial in our maintenance programs? How do we dial in our financing? That's the next level, right? That's the next rung on the ladder. The 4 keys that we're going through yesterday, today, tomorrow, and Friday, these are the basics, right? But we, just like, Abraham Lincoln said, hey, if you want me to cut down a tree, I'm going to spend, 6 hours sharpening my saw and 2 hours cutting. This is the same thing. We got to sharpen the saw. So if you're offering one of these niches and you're not getting the outcomes and the results, both financially and clinically, it's time to go back to the fundamentals, dial those in, and then you want to go out with confidence and bring patients in and get them into care. So if you're a motivated doctor to add cash services to your practice, if you're looking to do it right and do it right from the start, and you want to model something that's been successful, or you're currently offering one of these niches and you're not getting the results like we talked about, go to drvinceleone.com, register for instant access to the 25-minute case study, 4 keys to building one of these niches profitably and efficiently, and then watch that case study. And if it makes sense at the end, set up a time for us to talk. We'll see if it makes sense for us to work together. Okay? So I'm Dr. Vince Leone. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you tomorrow.